I want to welcome everyone to the Tom Bomb Podcast, Season 2, Episode 3. We're on Pop Radio Worldwide, Spotify Premium, and iHeartRadio. Tony, how you doing, bro?
Good, bro.
Let's get this started. Tony, there's a reason I picked this song today as the intro song. 8 years ago today, Chief Keef dropped this single. What's your take on Chief Keef?
My take on Chief Keef should be everybody's take on Chief Keef. He's the GOAT. He put on for Chicago. He made this scene big over there for drill music. I know Vaughn tweeted the other day, and he was saying Chief Keef's from O Block too, so it doesn't really count. But he was saying he's the chief of it. You know what I'm saying? But like Vaughn and Dirk.
What did Vaughn say? He's the king and Dirk's the voice.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Shout out O Block.
Thanks.
Tony, I know you're gonna love this one. Happy 48th birthday. One of the best rappers of all time, Marshall Mathers. No words from you.
Hang it up.
Don't disrespect the legend like that.
Hang it up.
He's still rapping circles around all your favorite rappers.
Who's trying to rap circles with him, bro? Like you're acting like Eminem's in this fucking competition, and he's not rapping circles around anybody, bro.
Don't disrespect him. Tony, 28 years ago today, Nas dropped his debut single, Halftime. What's your take on Nas? First of all, I want to say Halftime, still one of my favorite Nas songs of all time.
Nas is a legend, but I saw not that long ago, like Nas was still doing like club appearances, bro.
I don't care, I'm popping up at the club if Nas is coming to the club.
No, but if you're Nas, bro, like think about it, like is Jay-Z doing club appearances for bread? You know what I'm saying? Like is he pulling up on you at the club for bread, for an appearance, for 50 racks to sit there and like be around people half his age and like drink and like.
What are you trying to say about Nas, Tony?
I'm trying to say that maybe his career didn't take the best path that it could have.
I'm saying Nas is top 10 rapper of all time.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying like career-wise. Well, it's okay. On
Jay-Z's on a different business
okay, but on
level
an artist standpoint,
than anybody.
On an artist standpoint of view, right? Like, yes, you want to be recognized as a great, right? But like also like if you're dedicating your life to this and it's your craft and it's your art, like it's disrespectful to your art to still be doing club appearances when you're almost 50.
I'm telling Nas, get the money. Tony, I don't give a fuck what you're saying.
Whatever, bro.
Yeah. This week, Pop Smoke's album went back to number 1. We went over this album, Tony. This was the first episode we ever did, actually. Mm-hmm. Shout out Pop Smoke.
Yeah, no, he deserves that.
Tony, 2021, Travis Scott confirmed yesterday the album Utopia is coming.
It's good.
I need more from you on that.
I hope it's good, man. Travis Scott, like, at this point...
What do you think of Astroworld?
It's really, like, mainstream. Let me get this out the way. I like Travis Scott. I do. The thing that I respect about Travis Scott a lot, too, is that, like, he's a producer. So, like, a lot of his music, like, he gets the sound that he wants. He's one of the only artists I know that uses auto-tune every fucking time, and nobody questions it. He literally uses it during his concerts. Like, nobody questions it. Nobody questions, like, anything about Travis Scott. They kind of just accept that, like, he's there and, like, he took over the game. And, like, that's cool. And I respect Travis Scott. I just am curious when people get to that level of, like, fame. Like,
yeah.
Are you going to continue to make music that you like that also sounds good? Or are you just going to, like, go mainstream and get the biggest names on there and make an album just so it'll chart?
What's your favorite Travis Scott album?
You've asked me this before, and we couldn't decide last time.
I'm saying mixtape, obviously, Days Before Rodeo. That still might be his best work. I'm going Birds in the Trap, Sam McKnight. You like that or Rodeo better?
Birds in the Trap. I want to say this too, one of my favorite Travis Scott songs. Fucking song with him and Justin Bieber and Young Thug. Maria, I'm Drunk.
That's off Rodeo. That's such a good song.
Such a good song.
I don't rock Justin Bieber, but...
No, Justin Bieber killed that shit.
No, I'm not saying he didn't. He murdered that shit.
He killed that shit.
And you know how... I know your stance on Young Thug.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be explained again.
Again.
Alright, Tony. Albums that dropped this week. I'm about to go off, Tony. First album I want to say. Burden of Proof, Benny the Butcher. Shout out Griselda. We had Armani Caesar on the show. She's in Griselda. Tony, Griselda's taking over the rap game. I've been saying this for a while now. Conway dropped his album. Benny just dropped his album. Armani dropped her album. This is the best album of the year, Tony. And I know you're going to say something because I said the Big Sean album was the best one. But this shit, no one's fucking with Benny the Butcher right now.
I just want to point out that this is what Tom does. He hears something, consumes it, and is like, this is the best thing ever. It's going to forever be the best for the rest of this year. And then, like, a few weeks later, he's like, actually, this is the best thing ever. So, like, we'll see if this stance holds. I'm not disrespecting this album because it was a great album. And shout out Griselda. But,
Tony, no, I understand what you're saying. No, this shit.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Tony, this shit's hard.
I'm just saying, man, you're pretty flip-floppy when it comes to...
No.
Saying,
no one's beating this album.
Okay, we'll see what happens in the next few weeks when someone else drops an album.
Kendrick.
Yeah, someone else drops an album.
No.
This is the best thing I've ever heard from Tom again. You'll see.
No, fuck off.
Okay, watch.
T.I. dropped an album, Tony. Mm-hmm. The Libra. First of all, corny name for an album.
Thanks.
Second of all, terrible album. The features on it were amazing. I've never seen a rapper to claim he's at such a legendary status and get washed on absolutely every song by everyone else that was on it.
T.I., stop making music, please.
This was a surprise when I saw this. Summer of Sam, Exhibit, Be Real, and Demreek. The combination, real West Coast, obviously. Mm-hmm. Exhibit, I mean, there's not much to be said on him. He's a staple. Be Real's a staple. Demreek's coming up. I mean, he's been with Burner for a while. I like his style. It's a good album. Stream of Thought Volume 3 by Black Thought came out. Anniversary by Bryson Tiller. Tony really pushed me to put this on the show this week. I'm not going to diss it. Shit's fire.
I need some of that pain music, though.
Party Next Door dropped the party pack. The songs all came out already. I just wanted to let everyone know they're on streaming services. Chic Luch, Tony. Shout out to Locks. Beast Mode 4. That shit was heat. Tony, your guy. So Icy Game by Gucci, man. What'd you think of the album?
I think Gucci is finally starting to get to the point where he understands that he's put a lot of music out himself already, you know what I mean? And like we talked about this not that long ago, that like it's getting to the point where we all love and respect Gucci, but like he's kind of like elevated to a different part of his life where he's on a different kick. He's trying to be healthy, he's married, all this stuff, and his music, I don't want to say it's suffering because of it, but it's not the same kind of music. It's become more of just like when Gucci used to drop before, like it's like a drop everything, like we gotta bump this new Gucci, like this whole shit's about to be hard, you know what I'm saying? He gave us a 3, like I remember when he released like the Molly, Gas, and Lean joint, bro, like listened to all 3, did like back to back, like didn't stop for like 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just getting fucked up listening to Gucci every day. But now like it's more like, oh, Gucci dropped, like who's on the features, you know what I mean? Like let's see what it's about, and then like I'm not listening to it again, and that's not a diss to Gucci. It's just I think he's got to the point of like kind of like a Rick Ross, like Birdman kind of level where he's like...
Don't throw Rick Ross in there. All his albums been fired.
They have been, but you notice he doesn't release constantly.
No, yeah.
So what I'm saying is...
I mean,
like,
Gucci Mane releases pretty... consistently.
But that's what I'm saying. So like Ross would like put out all his artist music first. Like he's letting Wale drop. He's letting fucking Meek drop. He's letting fucking Trell drop. Like whoever he needs to drop. And then like out of nowhere, Rick Ross got an album coming out. You know what I mean? You know it's going to be fire because he's been sitting on it, really putting out the tracks he wants. So I think Gucci finally reached that level where now he can put on a bunch of other people, sit back, get on some features, and then when he drops a work, it's like a complete work.
No, I won't disagree with that. I listened to the album. I mean, I'm kind of where you're at. I'm not going to listen to it again. But I did make sure I played the songs with Gucci on them before any other songs. So I'm not going to fully disrespect the album because I'm not going to lie, I didn't listen to all of it. But the songs with Gucci, Gucci murdered his verses.
Yeah, no, it's not that, man. It's just like at a certain point, like you got to get to the point where you're the A&R, you know what I'm saying? Like you're putting on other people, you're letting them shine, and then when you release your music, like when Rick Ross comes out, bro, like you know it's about to be some fucking
fire, yeah.
It's gonna be like great, like he put a great piece of work together. Versus if Rick Ross wasn't pushing his artists and just dropping his music back to back, like you'd be like, oh, here's another Ross joint, you know?
Yeah, this week we also got new singles from Pop Smoke featuring Lil Wayne, Banner. Young Blue, Drake, NBA Youngboy, Sada Baby, that's your guy. D Smoke, shout out D Smoke, he out here. Raspity, Little Keed, The Weeknd, and many more. When we get back from this music break, we're gonna have a interview with Arsonal, Tony. Arsonal the Rebel. Personally, I think he is the best battle rapper of all time. If you want to disagree with me, ask the source. They said the same thing. We'll be back after this music break. I want to welcome everyone back to the Tom Bomb Podcast. We're on Pop Radio Worldwide with Spotify Premium and iHeartRadio. I'm happy to introduce that. We're going to have Arsonal the Rebel on the show right now. Tony, you got anything to say?
I think the name Arsonal speaks for itself, dude. He's a legend. If you've never heard of Arsonal, you're severely slacking, and get to it right now.
Alright, here's the interview.
Yo, I see you, bro. Yo, I just want to introduce you to everyone that's going to be listening to the podcast. This is Arsonal. He's from Newark, New Jersey. Yo, right. I just want to say it's an honor to have you on the show, bro. I've been a fan of yours. I can't even tell you how many years, bro. And this is, bro, like, you're one of my favorite artists of all time. I really appreciate you coming on, man.
Love, man. Respect. I appreciate that. It's good, though. Talk to
First thing I want to know, bro, obviously you're known as one of, well, even the source said it. In my eyes, you're the best battle rapper of all time to ever do it. I want to know what made you love hip-hop and just rap in general before you even started doing it yourself.
Oh, man. Shit, man. I was big, like, growing up, I was a big Snoop Dogg fan, like, real big Snoop Dogg, big fan. And, just the influences from Snoop, you know what I'm saying? Even had a lot to do with what side I chose to do when it came to gangbanging and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I also had an older cousin, you know what I mean, that used to just always rap, like at the cookouts and shit, the family functions. He always used to pick up a mic, whatever, and just rap, and that shit used to just like, you know what I'm saying? It just did something to me, like that made me like, oh damn, I could do that, and I want to do that, you know what I'm saying? So I always just like, I followed in those footsteps, and just that been my passion since a little boy, my nigga. I always just wanted to do rap, just hip hop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Next thing I have to ask you this while you're on here, bro. In my opinion, you ended Cassidy's career when you battled him. I think it was huge that it was in his own city, because I'm from Jersey too. Like, I've been affiliated. For you to go over there and do it,
yeah, that
was crazy too. The diss track he dropped, I think, was garbage. Do you think the company that like put out the video, because they held it for a long time, did you have anything to do with that, or was it on his side, or they were just trying to like save him?
I don't even know what you're talking about, to be honest with you.
Stop playing.
Whatever this video you talking about, I'm talking about right now.
No, I'm talking about the battle between you and Cassidy.
Oh, you talking about the battle? Oh,
yeah.
Nah, I guess that's just how they got to do it. You know what I'm saying? They got a new system now that they working with caffeine and all of that. So they don't just release everything like they used to on YouTube and shit like that. So it's just a new system, I believe.
Mm-hmm. I want to ask you about the So Disrespectful clothing line. Like, how did it come together? I know you're owner of that.
Right.
And,
yeah, man. Look, we got some new designs coming in. You know, it's hoodie season again. Make sure everybody that's tuned in follow So Disrespectful Apparel. At So Disrespectful Apparel on Instagram. You could DM us. You could go to the page, check out the apparel. Got a whole bunch of new designs, man. If you need to order them, just slide in the DM. You could DM me or DM at So Disrespectful Apparel. But now what was the question? My bad. I had to throw that in there real quick.
No, you're good, bro. You say whatever you want on my shit. I was just asking, like, how that came together. Was it an idea from, like, for a while, or is it someone you collabed with?
No, I had it for a while. You know, it started out pretty slow, but then once it started picking up, you know, it kind of like we just started moving from there. And then after the Cassidy battle, when I did those hoodies and shit like that, like, it just started picking up. So.
Mm-hmm. I always wanted to ask you this too, because I've seen like all your other interviews. Obviously, I'm a fan of yours. Do you take it a certain way when fans view you as just like a battle rapper?
Yeah, I mean, as you know, obviously, like you said, you're a follower of me, so yeah, man, it kind of get just repetitive, like when people who like they might see me out, say if a fan see me out with his girl or something, they be like, "Babe, you know who this is? This that battle rapper?" Like, what I'm saying, that they be blowing my shit because I'm much more than that, you know what I mean? And it's like that's the first thing and the only thing that people actually, I'm saying, um, gravitate to and actually notice about me and that shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm more of a lyricist, I'm more of a songwriter than anything, you know what I'm saying? My music is crazy. I write for motherfuckers like all type of shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's like my artistry is on a whole different level. I'm versatile as fuck, but don't nobody really they just gravitate to that's that battle rap nigga. So I mean, it's the difference, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm the greatest as well, and I made my name in battle rap. So, it is what it is. It's just like basketball players. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to hear no basketball nigga on no freestyle because they be like, he a basketball player, he ain't no rapper. But a lot of them niggas really can rap, and they don't get the chance that they, deserve because of the profession that they picked. You know what I'm saying? So it's a gift and a curse. It is what it is, though. I'm kicking down the door now. Niggas know what time it is.
Yeah, and I want to make sure everyone listening is clear. Like, you've done way more than that. I mean, you've toured the world with Fetty. I know you were with Bone Thugs and Harmony as well on tour. Paul Wall. You got songs with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I want to ask you this: your new project, Underrated.
Uh-huh.
Before that, you dropped the championship freestyle. That shit hard. That shit went crazy. For the new album, do you think that it showed your versatility? Because I did. I know the first song.
Very proud of that project. I feel like that might be like one of my best pieces of work I put out thus far, and it's showing my maturity, it's showing my growth, it's showing my versatility. I feel like it's well rounded. You know what I mean? I put a whole bunch of different flavors into that one project. It's only 10 records. I put a bunch of different flavors in it. I only put out 2 videos so far. Mind you, it's 10 records on the tape. I got 6 videos done, shot, everything. I only put out 2 of them, so we got 4 more coming for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was a good representation of who Arsonal is and where I'm at in my career right now. Yeah.
Yeah, while I had you face to face, I always wanted to say this to you. Even on the first track, like at the end, like when you're rapping about like your daughter, right, and you're explaining the gun to her. I always loved like in your raps how you're always like a family man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm a father before anything. That's first.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's my child. I bore her on this earth, on this planet. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta protect her. I gotta provide for the rest of her until I'm not breathing no more. So that's my main job. That's why I do all this shit. That's why I hustle as hard as I do to make sure she be good. She ain't gotta really do too much. You feel me?
Yeah, and I like how it went from that to she fell in love. Like it's automatic. Like shows the versatility right there.
Yeah. I actually recorded, mixed all of that shit. I did maybe 5 records on the tape. I did myself. She Fell in Love was one of them. I recorded that myself. I mixed it myself. You know what I'm saying? Of course, wrote it and all of that shit myself. And hell yeah, man. I've been working on my just all around skill. I'm trying to become a one-man army, man. So I ain't got to go worry about no engineers, none of that. I learned all that shit. I did all that. I mixed that down. I mixed Something About Me. I mixed Peter and Paul down. I mixed you feel me? I be doing it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I gotta ask you this, bro. When is that song with you and Chris Brown coming out? The snippets are everywhere. That shit's crazy.
I mean, I really don't even got too much info on that, to be honest with you. They gotta get that. That's all about the clearance. You know what I'm saying? With artists like Chris Brown, it's all about getting the clearance. You know what I'm saying? So we was, me and him was in talks when we first did it about shooting a visual, but then he went on tour, you know what I'm saying? After tour, he had a kid, and then after the kid, coronavirus popped up, so it's kind of like a lot of shit just, in the way right now. I mean, it's there, the song is done, he was actually the first person to promote it. I woke up the next day after we did it, and it was on Instagram already, so I know he fucked with the record. He told me he loved it, he wanted to shoot a visual for and all of that shit. But you know, it's just not as easy as everybody always think it is. It's just it's done, just boom. You know what I mean? That's Chris Brown at the end of the day. Like that's like fucking Jackson. It ain't gonna be that easy. You feel me? I had problems clearing my song with Snoop a few years ago on one of my projects. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how it go.
This is the last time I want to ask you. We're both from New Jersey. Do you ever think it would be possible to get a Jersey collab album? I know I asked Chad B this when he was on the podcast. He wasn't so sure about it. I know like Albie's locked up and like not everyone's still living in the state, but do you think anything like that would ever happen, or would you be open to being on that project if it did happen?
I mean, it's like it's hard to say if I like I don't know if that really will happen. Not with the elite, not the people that I would say elite. I'm not gonna name the names, but the people that I would. I don't feel like I just feel like everybody is kind of like on their own thing, and everybody chasing their own dream, and unfortunately, everybody don't want to work with everybody, and that's a bad thing. But that's just from where we from. That's how it be. Sometimes it's crabs in the barrel. I just don't think everybody come together, and what I would definitely do it. You know me, I'm that guy. I'm definitely a nigga trying to pull everything together, especially for Jersey. But I don't see everybody, come together doing it. Nah.
Yo, I want to thank you, bro. I appreciate you so much. You have no idea.
Yeah, bro, you already know I'm here, man. I told you, you know what I'm saying? I'm here. You need me, man. Just holler at me. I appreciate you letting me use your platform to even promote what I got going on. Underrated is out, available everywhere. Y'all go get that. Follow me at Arsonal 103. Follow at So Disrespectful Apparel. You know what I'm saying? She Fell in Love video out right now. The visuals out on YouTube. Go get that. Proceed with Caution. That visuals out. I also got another song that's gonna be on my project, my album that I'm doing with Wyclef called Proceed with Caution. Called Product of My Environment, and that video is crazy. That video is out. That shit was actually on BET as well. It's a crazy message behind that record and everything. Y'all go check that out. Fuck with me. We got some battle coming up. I ain't gonna talk too much on it. You know what time it is though, man. I'm back. Your boy back. This what y'all want, so I'm back in it, and we gonna make it happen.
Yo, I appreciate you, bro. I'm always promote all your shit. Jersey before everywhere else. You know the vibes.
Always, my G. I appreciate you having me, my brother. Have a good night.
Stay safe, bro.
I want to thank Arsonal for coming on the show. Hip-hop legend, battle rap legend. I personally couldn't be happier. He's also from New Jersey, like myself. It was an honor to have him on the show. I've listened to him as a kid. Growing up, he's like a superhero where I come from, and to have him on the show is a blessing. We're gonna go to a music break. We'll be right back. I want to welcome everyone back to Tom Bomb Podcast. We're on Pop Radio Worldwide with Spotify Premium, iHeartRadio. Tony, this is what we do best. Let's get right into it. Music reviews. First song we're going to do this week, Iced Out Audemars, Pop Smoke, Lil Wayne. Tony, when I saw this Lil Wayne feature, I was very excited. I'm glad that Lil Wayne got on it. He doesn't get on a song with just anybody, so obviously he has respect for Pop Smoke and his music. What do you got to say about the song, Tony?
The song was great. I like Pop Smoke a lot. I'm not gonna lie, when Pop Smoke first came out, I slept on him a little bit. It's not that I didn't like his music or anything. It's just like I didn't take the chance to dig into it as much. I remember I had a conversation with someone about it, and they brought up Pop Smoke, and I was like, I haven't even checked it out yet. But Pop Smoke's great, and having Lil Wayne on it, like you said, shows how much respect he has for him.
What are you rating it?
I'm gonna give it a 9.2.
That's a fair score. Yeah, Tony said he's late on it. I'm from out there. I've been listening to Pop Smoke for a while, even since Meet the Woo won. So I've been a big Pop Smoke fan. Lil Wayne, obviously one of the greatest to ever do it. If you said he was the greatest, I wouldn't argue it. I'm going to go 9.4. Tony, this original song, I'm not going to lie, I slept on Your Mind Still by Young Blue. I slept on it a little bit. I know you've been on Young Blue for a minute.
Yeah. I started listening to Young Blue a long time ago.
Tell them the song I got you on.
At this job that I used to work at, me and some people were like listening to like like on YouTube or whatever, and like the music keeps playing. It was like going on for hours, and it landed on one of his songs, and the hook for the song is "You finna get this dick tonight," and
classic.
It became like a staple in the house. Everybody would just like listen to it every time it came on. And when I would play his music around people, people would be like, "Dude, this is fucking trash. Like, why are you playing this? Like, is this a joke? This song sucks." And then now he got the Drake feature, and now everyone's gonna hop on this wave.
Song's about to play. Your Mind Still, Young Blue, featuring Drake. Tony, Drake loves hopping on the hottest song out. I don't hate it though. Not the song I'm talking about when Drake does that. I mean, he's stealing shine, obviously, but I mean, if I'm an artist and my song's really good and Drake hits me up to come on it, absolutely.
I think it's beneficial for both artists.
100%. This song's a vibe, I'm not gonna lie. This is a great song. I'm going 8.9.
Okay, I can see that. I'm gonna go 9.5. I've been listening to this song a lot. I think
Great song.
Yeah, I think, it's that song that we were missing from like the newer releases that came out. That's why I was glad that Bryson released his music, because we need some of that pain music. You know what I'm saying? Gotta let her know she belongs to the streets.
Oh, by the way, Tony, amazing shirt to wear.
Thank you.
Also, while we're talking about shirts, I want to shout out Wu-Tang Clan. They had the pop-up shop on Melrose. You know how to support East Coast coming to the West. Tony,
shout out Wu-Tang Clan, and shout out Monica for getting me the Wu-Tang soda. Appreciate it.
That shit was fire too. That pineapple cream, boy. Next song we're gonna do, my guy Tony, Sly Green by Benny the Butcher. Tony, no one's fucking with Benny the Butcher right now. He's the hardest rapper out. Great song, amazing album. I love this song. I'm giving this song a 9.6.
Yeah.
Bars.
I'm gonna go 8.9.
Tony, this next song, Diamond Choker by Nar and Lil Uzi Vert, it's been very highly anticipated. Let's play the song. What do you think about the song, Tony?
Fucking her throat, and then I gotta go. It's a great line. I love it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less from Uzi. As for Nar, I never really checked out his music that much, man. I mean, I saw his clothing line on Instagram. Looked kind of dope, but
yeah, his clothes are dope.
Yeah, but music-wise, don't know a lot about him, but it's a great song.
What are you rating it?
I'm gonna go 9.1.
That's high.
It's purely because of that one lyric.
Yeah, I get it. Uzi's on it. I actually want to shout out Nar for this song, like how highly anticipated it is. He didn't get washed by Uzi. I'll give him that. And, someone who's doing it as much as Uzi right now, he's known to wash some people. So, shout out Nar, shout out Uzi. I enjoyed the song. I don't think I'm going to have this song on repeat. I'm going to go 8.6.
Fair.
Next song, Tony. I didn't even want to do this, but, our guy 42 Doug's on the song. And Mozzie. Mozzie's been killing it all year. On the Hood, T.I. featuring 42 Doug and Mozzie. Tony. I don't know what T.I.'s doing at all. His first part of that song was absolutely terrible. And then I hear the whistle. 42 Doug comes on it. Literally moonwalks on the beat like he's Michael Jackson. Murders him. Tosses the mic to Mozzie. He murders it as well. This is an album I listened to for every feature and skipped every T.I. part as soon as he was rapping. I'm going to give the song a 7.3, and it's low because of T.I. If T.I. wasn't on it and it was just 42 Doug and Mozzie, 9.1.
It's fair. If you're a T.I. fan, I'm sorry. I don't know why. He's not. We talked about this like a week or two ago. It's a weird feature with him. I mean, he's just not a complete artist. he doesn't release bangers. I mean, he had a few like back in the day. Just never been into T.I. like that. And for him to release this album and put people on that he knew were gonna watch him, like at least come harder.
Oh, when Little Baby went on the song with him,
at least come harder.
Murdered.
Like, how you gonna get on with people who, when you started rapping, like some of them weren't even born yet, bro. And you get on the song and then they wash you. Like, this is supposed to be your craft. Like, you're supposed to have been doing this for years. You're supposed to get in there. Everyone's supposed to respect you and be like, damn, like, I gotta step my game up. No, like, you get in the booth and they're like, damn, this is trash.
Thanks for the money.
Yeah. Thanks for the feature money. You played yourself. I'm gonna go 9.2 and ignore that T.I. was on his own song.
Tony, I hope that I hope that 50 Cent accepts the versus battle with T.I.
Please do.
So everyone in the world can see that T.I. is so irrelevant compared to 50 Cent. 50 Cent could play Just Get Rich or Die Trying straight through and wash his whole catalog.
Here's the thing about 50 though, like 50 when he releases music still, like he's still great. You know what I mean? Like, and he still gets on features and he's still
Too rich for the bitch.
Yeah. Still bodies it. That song he had with Post Malone on that.
Amazing.
Amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you gotta bring. If you're a legend in the game, like, show it.
Yeah, and he did that production for Pop Smoke, and the album's #1 again.
Yeah. And he has.
And he doesn't even need to rap anymore. He's got power. He's got all his other shit.
Yeah, no. He's a complete artist.
Yeah. Tony, next song we're gonna do. This is your guy, Tony. I've never met a bigger Sada Baby fan than Tony. The song's Whole Lotta Choppers, Sada Baby featuring Nicki Minaj.
Do this dance in my $1,000 pants.
Take it over, Tony. This is your guy.
Sada Baby, when I first heard this song, I was a little like, because like a lot of his songs, like he like plays around a little bit, you know, and I wasn't like super feeling this song because like I like a lot of his like real hard shit, but from a business standpoint, like he's a genius for this because that video has fucking flooded TikTok, and in this generation, whether like you like it or not, like if you want to be an artist that is gonna stay relevant, like you got to do those kind of songs. But he still kept it, like the name of the song is Whole Lotta Choppers. You know what I mean? Like he still kept it on some hood shit, but he made it like a little jingle. So kind of like the same way Drake did with that little dance song they did.
2C Slide.
Yeah, like that. But then the song already gained a bunch of traction, right? So like people who didn't really know Sada Baby and get on TikTok and like, oh, who's this? You know? Mm-hmm. And then he makes the next step, let it air out for a little bit, and then get Nicki Minaj on it. So now her whole fan base and all the people, all the women that like also like the song but want a woman's part on it, he just doubled down on it and it went exactly how it should have. I'm gonna go. And this is not based off of just like bars or anything like that, just off of like the completeness of the song and the game plan for it. I'm gonna go 9.2.
Yeah, I first heard of Sada Baby through Tony, and I would always come in and say, yo, like, shut this shit off. This, and, you know, he's always joking on the mic and shit. But the more and more I listen to Sada Baby, he's got fucking bars, dude. Like, it might be a different style, and it might be a different style from what I prefer, but I respect his grind, his hustle, and I was going to say the TikTok thing, too. Genius move.
Genius.
And the best thing I like about Sada Baby is him as a businessman. Great move to get Nicki on the song. I know I've went off on Nicki for the Tekashi shit.
Shout out Sauce Walker too for signing him after him and T Grizzly fell off.
Yeah, no, huge power move. Yeah, I respect Sada Baby a lot, and he's doing it all himself too. Like he's pushing the shit out of his own shit. I've seen him get bigger and bigger online, and now like, I mean, if I want him on the show, I can't get in contact with him.
And it's hard too, bro, because like, look, imagine like somebody from your city that's your boy, you know, and like this is between them, obviously, you know, whatever. But like you get signed to them, and then you get shelved because you're doing so good, and then you have this major setback where you had all this music, and even before all that, he was releasing video after video, music after music, gaining traction. You get signed, and then now you have this major setback where now you have to do this legal battle, go back and forth, and then you have to get right back on the grind immediately and start putting out the same amount of work and do better. Then he comes across Sauce Walker, gets signed, and goes right back to the grind. Like, you gotta admire the dedication.
100%. Great move by Sada Baby, and I'm not gonna lie, Nicki killed this verse. I'm gonna go 9.1. Tony, I had to sneak this in myself. Another song off the album. This one's called Burden of Proof, Benny the Butcher. 9.7.
Okay. Said if I didn't have 2 Fs, I'd send it on a flight.
I went to Cali, got 20 before I landed.
Yeah. 9.4.
This shit's hard. If you haven't yet, go stream the new Benny the Butcher album. Amazing album. I know Tony's gonna always likes to watch me when I say another album's better than the other. Best album of the year so far. Tony, next song we got Bankroll, NBA Youngboy, and Rich the Kid. Tony, NBA Youngboy and Rich the Kid been promoting this collab album for a while. I wasn't so sure how it was gonna sound. I'm not the biggest Rich the Kid fan. I was when he first came out. NBA Youngboy's bringing the best out of Rich the Kid, I think. What do you got for this song, Tony?
Rich the Kid. I'm gonna say with Rich the Kid, I don't really have much of an expectation for Rich the Kid, just because even after like listening to Rich the Kid for a while, I still don't have like a full opinion like formed on him, just because like he's not as consistent as I'd like him to be. So I'm gonna go purely off of NBA Youngboy here, because I do fuck with NBA Youngboy.
You love NBA.
Facts. So I'm gonna go 9.3.
That's a good score. I'm gonna go 9.1. NBA Youngboy and Rich the Kid. I wasn't really looking forward to this. I mean, I was gonna listen, obviously. NBA Youngboy. But I'm actually looking forward to it, and if Rich the Kid brings this kind of energy, I think it's gonna be a great album.
If we're gonna get another collab album, though, I want another Moneybagg Yo NBA Youngboy one.
Moneybagg Yo's not missing.
When they released that one, like everyone slept on that because they were both coming up at that time, and I cranked that one a lot. But like,
no, that shit's fire.
Now they both like reached a point where like their names are out there, so I want them to release another one.
Yeah. Next song, Tony. This your guy. No Love, Gucci Man, K Shaddai, Key Glock, and Big Scar.
The last nigga that ran up on me's in a coffin.
Gucci murdered that.
He did.
The rest of the song's good too. Tony, I would have just loved the Gucci Man album. I know like what we've been saying about him, not as consistent, but like when he's rapping like that, why isn't he coming like that whole album?
But see, that's what I was saying earlier. So like if right now he's around people that he's trying to bring up, like he's leading it, right? So he's got to come hard, right? If he does this enough where he's putting his craft into other people's craft, taking time on other artists' albums, putting together these like groups and doing all these things, it gives him enough time where he can release songs. Because if you're an artist and you're making, say in a month, right, and you're on a big grind for that month, and you're making 50 to 60 songs, right, now you have all this work to put out. If you're an artist who has the time to take that time, because like Wayne has talked about this, Wayne has fucking thousands and thousands of songs.
So many.
Does he release them all?
No.
He's gonna sit there and fucking go through all his songs and figure out what he wants for a complete work and narrow it down, and they keep narrowing it down. Like I seen Kanye West do this on a board one time. Like he keeps putting like what he wants on the album and then taking some off and putting some on. Like when you do that with your album, you're gonna get like this work where you got your best work that you feel at that time you can release. When it's just you and you're releasing 30 mixtapes a year, which if you can do that like Currency, like shout out to you, you know. But sometimes I think when you do that for so many years, it's good to take that break.
Nobody's doing it like Currency does it.
No.
I've never seen that much music come out in all that good of quality.
Facts.
What are you giving this rating, Tony?
I'm going to go... It has a lot of people on it. And Key Glock's on it too.
Key Glock went off on it,
yeah.
Obviously.
I'm going to go 9.4.
I'm going to go 8.9 on this song. I mean, Gucci murdered it, Key Glock murdered it. I don't have that much else to say about it. I mean, it was a decent album. I mean, but like you said, like it's about the other artists, not about Gucci this time. Last song we're gonna review today. Tony really pushed for this song to be on here. I completely understand why. Out of Time, Bryson Tiller featuring Drake. Pain.
When we're together, we're toxic as ever.
Tony, I'm not gonna lie, I slept on this album. I will never sleep on Bryson Tiller again. What do you think about the song?
Song's great. For a while, I was kind of like, especially after the Meek Mill thing, I was like holding this little grudge against Drake. I was just like, bro. Like,
Can we talk about that for 1 second?
Yeah, go for it.
I think me and you also have the same opinion. That's not the same public opinion. Back to back, no denial. He fucked Meek up in that song, and the radio play obviously made it way worse. Meek Mill has returned songs that never went on the radio. What were they on? 4 for 4? Is that the name of the mixtape? That were amazing.
Amazing.
Like, very disrespectful. Coming for Drake. He pulled up on Drake at the Wells Fargo Center.
And then
he didn't get touched because he was with Lil Wayne, obviously.
He dropped Drake's name in those disses too. It wasn't this like subtle like meme like dancing like fan base thing. It was like real shots like yo like disrespectful.
Yeah. Back to the song. I just wanted to put that out there. We've never talked about it, and I think a lot of people give Drake the huge W on that, and I don't see it that way.
I don't see it that way either. But when that happened,
and Wins and Losses came after that amazing album.
When that happened, I was very like, and I hate to say this because I know you're gonna thrive off of this, but I was very, very back on like my like, we're gonna just ignore that he didn't write his music thing, you know, and like the bars and all that, but. Then I went back to my original train of thought, which I try to keep with all music, is that Drake is not a rapper, he's an entertainer. He's an entertainer. And he is going to do, and that's why he gets on the newest music, and that's why he consistently hits, and that's why he's a great businessman, is because he's an entertainer. And he understands, he learned from Lil Wayne that in entertainment, you need...
No one's writing Wayne's raps, though.
Facts. You need to be the hardest out. You know what I'm saying? But Wayne wouldn't give him that cosign if he didn't think that that wasn't the way to approach it. And that is the way
I understand.
to approach Drake's career. You know what I'm saying? Like, so once I got past that and I could enjoy Drake's music as an entertainer, he's not missing.
No, he's not missing at all. For this song, Tony, what's your rating on the song before I go?
9.3.
I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna give it a 9.3. Great song. I'm not going to get into the Drake pen thing, not this episode. That could take up 2 segments about people writing their own shit. Great entertainer, great song. Shout out Bryson Tiller. We're going to go to a music break. When we come back, we're going to have who we need more music from and what artists to look out for. I want to welcome everyone back to the Tom Bomb Podcast. We're on Pop Radio Worldwide, Spotify Premium, iHeartRadio. Tony, let's get right into it. Who do you need more music from?
Wale.
That's a good choice.
I need more music from Wale. Of course, shout out to DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, always. But
is he from out there?
What?
He's from there. I didn't know that.
Wale is DC, bro.
I don't know why I didn't know that.
He was the one who...
Love Wale, too. I don't know why I didn't know where he's from.
He put Fat Trell on. He put a lot of the artists around our way, Wale. When he did Nike boots and all that, he was big on the go-go scene, and he really like gave the DC rappers a chance to have a platform. So he hasn't really been releasing a lot lately. At least not. He's been doing a lot of like his R&B shit, which as an R&B artist, he's fucking great too. But I need some bars from Wale.
Yeah, I'm just gonna touch on that for 1 second. Yeah, the last shit Wale dropped, it wasn't bad. Obviously, it's Wale. He's a great artist. But I'm waiting for Wale to come back in his bag and spit bars. Tony, this week, I'm going to go with A$AP Rocky. Hasn't dropped an album since 2018. What was it, Testing? Not his best work. I know he's really into the fashion shit, but he became famous off being a rapper. And I think he needs to drop some real good quality music. His album before that I enjoyed, but it wasn't like the first 2 albums.
We need A$AP Rocky, Space Ghost Perp again.
I can't argue with that. Yeah, Rocky, when he first came out, obviously huge, blew up immediately. I'm going to say it, I didn't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. I think ever since, unfortunately, like Yams passed away, You know, like, he was a huge visionary behind it. I want to shout out ASAP Yams, obviously. Rest in peace to Yams. Genius. Yams is a genius, legend, marketing genius. I just don't understand it because when the Cozy tapes come out, ASAP Rocky goes off. And then, like, his last project just wasn't that great, and I think he needs to drop music more consistently. I know he's always with Tyler, the Creator. Apparently they're going to come out with something. I'm kind of skeptical on that.
Not the biggest Tyler, Creator fan.
Yeah, I understand that. I was a big Tyler, Creator fan. I didn't think his last album was great either, so hopefully...
Shout out Earl Sweatshirt, though.
Earl's one of the hardest. And I think when they come together, hopefully they bring out the best of each other, and, you know, I just need more music from A$AP Rocky. Tony, who should the fans look out for that you think that they might not know, or he might be slept on, or she might be slept on? Who do you got this week?
This week, I have an artist that I'm not going to lie, I'm not too familiar with. I had heard his music, and this song really stuck out to me. His name's Little Easy, and the song is On a Come Up.
Stop tweaking, I already fucked her.
Yeah.
On God. I hate those motherfuckers.
I already fucked it.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Tony, I never heard of this artist, and I haven't heard the song until right now. This shit's hard, boy.
Yeah, I heard it and I was like, yeah, he might be on the song.
Do you find that in a black hole?
Yeah.
Damn. I love that shit, you find something in a black hole. That was a good choice this week. Everyone go check out his music. This week, I've been fortunate enough to actually be in contact with this artist. Hopefully I can make an interview happen or something. Artist right from not too far away, Tony. Long Beach, California. North Long Beach, that's how I like to say it. North. Almighty Zay. The song's called Op Lover. Tony, I know this might be surprising to you. This kind of music that I picked.
It is, and I feel like I've heard this dude somewhere before.
He has two projects out. One's really blown up. I'll talk to you after the show about the project.
Yeah.
What do you think of the song, Tony?
I like it, but you know, like, I like this kind of... I mean, I've been on the West Coast for a while now, and I really, like, got used to their music. And I like this kind of music. You already know that, but to hear you pick is... Shout out him, bro, because Tom don't listen to this kind of music.
Yo, Almighty Zay's hard. He's repping Long Beach. That's right. We're in West LA. That's right. You know, very close. I really want to get this kid on the show. He's really popping out there. Really popping in the streets out there. Shout out to Almighty Zay. Also, I want to touch on this part of the show, Tony. Who to look out for. I know last week, or 2 weeks ago, you gave an artist. He dropped an album. Last week, I think you said Lil Wayne, but you were going to say Dom Kennedy. He dropped an album. Mm-hmm. Tony's been killing it this part. Last week, I said Reason from TDE. What's he do? We didn't get to review his album because I went home to see my family for a week and came back. Drops an album, Tony. Mm-hmm. Shit's hard. Shout out TDE. And also, I just want to say, the song with him, Isaiah Rashad and Jid, that shit's crazy. Maybe even we need more music from Isaiah Rashad. Tony, Isaiah Rashad's amazing. And to hear him on that song, I didn't even know it was him at first. I had to restart the song because he was rapping. And he hasn't done that in a minute. And I want to shout out TDE, obviously. Tony, anything else you want to say before we end this episode?
No, that's it, man. Thank you guys for tuning in, and Tom still sucks.
I want to shout out all the fans, all the supporters, everyone that's listening. Season 2, Episode 3. Tony, it's been a great episode. I want to shout out Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, Spotify Premium. We'll see you guys next week.